Hello dear students, welcome back to my channel Learn with Krishan. Up to last class we learned how to log in MySQL with the help of password JNVP12345. This is for JNV Pondicherry students, and how to create a database. So we already discussed, after creating a database we have to use the database. If you want to work inside the database, which is a part of MySQL software, a small space in MySQL software you have created by yourself for storing your own data. Data can be stored in the form of table only. So today we will learn how to create table in a recently created database. So first of all, I will explain you the concept of table. This is, suppose, your database which you have created recently. In this database there may be a multiple number of tables can be existing. See here in this example there are so many tables are there, 1 2 3 4 5, and this is an example of a table. Now you can see this is your database, and these all are the tables. This is table number 1, this is table number 2, or maybe many more tables can be existing in a database. Got it? The table, for example, if we talk about the table employee, this is your table name, and in this table there are so many columns are there, like a employee ID is a column, then again name is also an column, then again title is also an column, and finally hire date is also an example of column. So there are total 4 number of columns are available in a table employee. At the same time, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 number of columns are available in table sales. Now there is a question how to create these tables. So first of all, I will tell you these tables will store different type of data. Let us have an example of employee table. Employee table, the table will be in this format, 2-dimensional representation of data. Let us have only 2 column, we will take 2 column only. Okay, in my table there are 2 column, one is called as a EMP ID and second one is called as a EMP name. Got it? Now EMP ID, for example, I have given EMP ID in my company is 101, 102, these type of EMP ID given by me. And employee name I have given, for example, my one employee name is KM, another employee name is VG. Now this is entirely a collection of rows plus columns is called as a table. Now there is a question again, what is a row? So you can see this red color entire data is called as a single row. Again this is called as a row number 2. Again, what is the meaning of column? So you can see this type of data is called as a column. Again this type of data is called as a column, right? So you have to understand left to right or right to left. If the data is available, that is called as a row or rows. If the data is available from top to bottom, that is called as a column. Horizontally and vertically representation of data is called as a column, row and table. So I think the concept of table is clear, and in this example you can see we are having two number of rows. See the red lines, there are two number of rows are there, and now we are asking total number of columns. So you can see column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, and column number 4. So total four number of columns are there and two number of rows are there. If I will add one more row, then what is going to be happen here? It will become 3, and here it will become 4 plus 2 6. The row and column will be counted in this way. Now let us jump to the MySQL to create the same table employee. And for example, our database name, with what our database name is a EMP phone. Okay, let's see, let we find out the database name. So go back to the MySQL and type a command, show databases, and immediately you will get a list of your all existing database, and your database, the database name is my phone, we created yesterday. Now let us create a same database. Let us create the database EMP. Okay, let us create a database EMP phone. So the same command we will put it here. To create a database EMP phone, we'll write it the command create create database EMP phone. Got it? So this is a database which I created just now. Every time I told you, whenever you create a database, you must have to open your database, or you must have to use the database. So how to use the database? Use EMP PH EMP phone. Now whenever you will type this command, use this database name, you will get a message, the database change. It means now you are not directly working in MySQL, you are working in your own part. What part you have created in MySQL with the name of EMP phone. In that phone you are going to create table. Now the question, how to create these table in MySQL? In the same way you can create table, same command create create. Instead of database you have to write it table. Before creating table, one more thing I want to explain. You can see in these two column we have stored the data 101 and 102. If you want to store this type of data, you have to use int data type. Got it? Integer value, int data type. Okay, and the maximum size is 0 to 255 character you can store. At the same time, if you want to store this type of data, for example km, for example vg, this is the string type of data. If you want to store this type of data, you have to use a data type which is called as a var char var character, and size also the same thing, 0 to 255 character you can store. Why I am telling this thing? Because once you will create a table, you have to assign the column name with their data type and with their size. So let's see in a MySQL. So what's our table name? Yes, our table name is employee. Now you have to open the bracket and you have to close the bracket and you have to put the semicolon. Whatever column you want to create, you have to write everything inside these two brackets only. So what's your column name? Your column name is EMP ID and EMP name. So first of all, EMP ID. What type of data you want in EMP ID? We need number type of data. For number we will use integer, and we want at least a 10-digit number can be entered. 10-digit number can be entered. Second column, always the column, next column can be created using separated by comma. Second column says EMP and NAME name, and we want var char var char. One thing I want to tell you, if you don't have space, okay, and if you are not able to see the space, you can hit enter, no problem. Just hit enter and continue your query. For example, I want to store 255 number of character here. Now the final bracket we have to close, which we open just now. Just now we open the same bracket, we have to close. See, I'll show you this thing. This is the default command which you have to remember. Create table is the default command. This is name of the table. Name of the table, and this is called as a column. Column 1. This is called as a data type. What type of data you want in this column? This is called as a size. Again separated by comma. This is next column 2, column number 2, same D type, data type, and here this is the size of the column number 2. Finally, you can see this bracket is belongs to this bracket. While starting you created a bracket, open the bracket, the same it is belong to the last. Right? Once everything will be done by you in a proper way, check it this everything, create table, default command will come because we are going to create a table. This is the name of your table, employee, name of the table, bracket open. This bracket we have to close at the end. Employee ID is the column number 1. Int is the data type, what type of data you want in this table, as you want all this number type of data you want. And next column will come with the comma. Employee name, column number 2, where character we want string type of value, D type is data type, and the size is 255. Now once everything written by you, you are ready to hit enter. Once you will hit enter, you can see your table got created. You have successfully created your table. Okay, let's have one more example. Suppose I am having a table which is called as a salary table. Salary table. So we are having the name of the table. This is the name of the table. Now in this salary table I am having EMP ID and EMP salary. These two columns are there. Again I will tell you, in EMP ID we want to store this type of value, and salary we want to store this type of value. Got it? Sometime the value may come in with decimal also. If the decimal type of value will come, you cannot use integer, you have to use decimal. Okay, so now this table we are going to create with this two column, EMP ID. Here it is a integer type of data, and here one value is decimal, so we have to treat all the value in decimal only. So let us see how to create a table with the decimal. Go back to the MySQL, write the same command, create table. What is the table name? Yes, our table name is EMP salary. Our table name is SALARY salary. Got it? Table name is salary. Open the bracket. What is the first column name? It is EMP ID. EMP ID. What type of value we want in EMP ID? We want integer type of value. So we know our employee ID is at least 3 numbers, so we will write it 3 number. We will put a comma and we will hit enter for next column. Okay, because we want to save our space. Second is EMP salary. EMP SALARY. One more thing, if you want to give a gap between column name, that is not possible in MySQL. It means you cannot add a gap between two column or any one column name. Okay, after comma if you want to give column name, you cannot put a gap. So how to add gap? You have to put underscore. Got it? Underscore you can put. Now we are talking about a decimal, so we will write it DECIMAL decimal. Open the bracket. I want at least 10 number can be there, and after 10 number there will be a 2 decimal digit will display. Did you got the point? 10 number and 2 digit of decimal means you can enter 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0.22. This type of value you can enter. You can count it. This is total 10 number of values, and after 10 number there will be a 2 decimal values. Now the time to put a semicolon, and if we have to hit enter, and you can see we are getting a little bit error. What is the error? Can you tell me, anybody? Yes, you have not closed this bracket here. You have opened the bracket but you have not closed this bracket, so we have to type the query again. So let us type the query again. Same query, will type it again. Create table salary, first column name and second column name, bracket close, hit enter. Query is okay, no error in this query. So I hope you have learned how to create a table in any database. Most important thing which you have to remember, whenever you want to create a table, you must have to use a database. Any database where you want to work, you must have to use. Once this option comes, database change, you are ready to create any table. All the columns are separated by comma. Every columns are separated by comma. If you want to use decimal value will come in this format: number and total number of decimal. After decimal, how many values you want to display. Now, how to verify whether these tables are created or not in my database? Yes, you can verify whether the table is created in your database or not with the help of same command, like we are using show databases. Here we will put show tables. Once you will hit enter, you can see you have created a table. This is your database, and in this database there are two tables are available. This is table number 1 and this is table number 2, which we have created just now. So this is a clearly verification of your table, that in your database you have successfully created both of the table. One more thing I want to tell you, suppose if you forget your table columns detail, then what you have to do? For this you can use a command which is called as a DESC, describe command. With the help of this command you can describe your table structure. For example, DESC, the table name EMPLOYEE. When you will hit enter, you can see all the detail related to your table will come. These all are the detail of your column name, these all are the detail of data type, these are the data type size, and we can put null value. We don't have any key, and default also we can put null value. You can set the key, we will learn later. So this way you can see the table structure of your table with the help of DESC command. DESC command. Definitely there is a question in your mind, sir, what will happen if my table is having these type of data? What type of data? For example, name, date of birth, this type of data. Then what I have to do? For example, name is KM, name is MM, name is VG, name is BBS. First of all, I want to tell you, in our language we will enter data in this format: date data. The date data will enter in this format. For example, 11/8/83. This is our format, but MySQL will not use this format. MySQL is having a different format. What is the different format for MySQL? MySQL format will be called as a YYYY, MM and DD. This is the format of MySQL. It means reverse. It means reverse will come 1983, month will be 8 and date will be 11. In this format you can enter the date in MySQL table, and all the date will always come with single or double inverted comma when you are going to enter in the table. So let us see an example how to create a table. First of all, I will write it some data. And you can see this is the some example of basic data. Okay, just an example only, don't take it otherwise. First of all, you have to understand this is the data which is date type, and this is the data which is string type. So string type, we know we need var character, but the date data, what we need date, date only, no size, nothing is required, only you have to write it date. And for example, this table name is friends. So let us create a friends table. So the same command we will use, create table friends, open the bracket, first column name is name, VARCHAR. For example, I want to store up to 255 number of character. Second is asking DOB, and we have to write it date, and no bracket open close, nothing is required, only date, final bracket close, semicolon, no size is required. Please remember, for date data type there will be a no size required. When you will hit enter, your query will be okay. You have created a table with the help of date data type. So I hope it is clear to all of you the concept of table. Once the table is created, please you try. Once the table is created, next video we will learn how to enter the values and data or records in your table, and how to extract the data from your table. Hope it is clear. Again, I want to show you, we have 3 tables in my database. See, in a single database I am having 3 separate tables. Got it? This is the database, and these 3 are the table which is the part of this database just now we created. Again, if you have any doubt that what will happen, sir, if I will select any other database, no problem, these all table will be creating in the selected database. Suppose if you have selected any other database, in that database these table will be get created. Or one table you can create in one database, 2 table you can create in second database, 3rd table you can create in any other database. So that is also possible. Still, if you have any doubt, any query, please type it in a comment box, and please share and subscribe. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. So this is only for today, and I hope you like my video, and if you like, please share, subscribe and comment, and thank you for watching and supporting me. Thank you very much.